So last week, I said we was gonna start at the beginning, and I'm gonna stand by that. So boom. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But hold up. The word beginning usually means time. Like when I say beginning, you probably think about it like it's over here with the end being over there. And you wouldn't be too far off, but to get the right perspective, you gotta remember that God don't see time like we see time. Like imagine you a dot on this line. You don't see nothing but the part of the line you own. You can't see the end. You can't see the beginning. All you can see is the right now. Now imagine that God see the whole line just like you see it on your screen. He see the end, he see the beginning, he see everything in between, he see what happened when your dot bump into somebody else's dot, and everything else just as clear as the camera on next year's iPhone. Oh, you an Android person? Android phones with fire cameras. Anyway, the point is that God see it all and he know it all. And to go back to my hip hop example from a few weeks ago, he's a master of entendres. So when you read his book, you can read it straight through like a story. That's cool. And you would definitely get something out of it that way. But the reason why so many people read this same book over and over again is because the words in it is literally supernatural. Not to get too deep on y'all, I can't tell y'all how many times I done read something in here that I had already read buku time and noticed something that I ain't never noticed before. Like, imagine if you went back to the 90s and dropped an album. Imagine the punchlines. People would still be figuring out what your bars meant 30 years later. Now blow that concept up to God size. You could write stuff that kids could understand, but that was deep enough to school their parents. You could write stuff that would be relevant from 2000 BC to 2000 AD and beyond. Your entendres could resonate back and forth throughout history. The point is, nobody really understands what it's like to be God except God. But we can at least get a basic grasp of what it's like to have knowledge and to have power and what you can do with it. When you think about God, you gotta imagine that whatever he got planned is way bigger than what we could imagine because he could see way more than we could see. And you kind of got to keep that in mind when you're reading this book. You need to go into it knowing full well that he dropping bars you gonna miss the first time through, kind of like a Kendrick album. You probably gonna run into some stuff that don't make no sense the first time you read it, but I promise you the answers is in there. So before I cut out, I'm gonna just give you this to think about. God, the all-powerful, all-knowing God who could have used anything to communicate, decided to do it through a book. I personally would have used a 12-season drama on Netflix myself. Please, nobody make that. But that's not what he did. And I gotta believe that he know better than I do. So next episode, we gonna talk more about the beginning and how all the stuff got made. Till then, peace, and I hope y'all people straight.